All right, talking about, this is Raza Von Werder, a.k.a. Kelly Evers, the lady who strips from God, dances to save men's souls. I'm talking about the internet modeling situation, what goes on. I was on it for 5 years, hiring male models. So basically, most of the male models that are on it for years and continue working, there's 99.99% are men, gay men looking for sex. They'll take pictures of you, but they want sex. And they'll pay you for the sex. They might not pay you for the pictures, they call it trade, but they're going to then talk about sex, whatever form it takes. I'm not going to get into it. Different types of sex. And they will pay you for the sex. Now, women. Now, I came in, I couldn't understand why I couldn't find any other women. There's many reasons why I couldn't find any other women. Oh boy. Boy, did I learn. Boy, did I learn, did I learn, did I learn. Oh, oh, For one thing, most women are egomaniacs. Maniacs, I should say. Egomaniacs. Most women. They want to be paid for taking pictures. So a lot of women who are on internet model sites, they want you to pay them, the guys, whoever they are. Second of all, if you're not going to pay them, then they want to just trade. And they figure you'll have maybe some of them. I don't really know for sure. But some of them might want to do sex with the models. I'm not sure about that. That's just an idea. That's just in my imagination. Very, very few women will come right out and say, I'll pay you X amount of money. I'll pay your expenses for modeling. Hardly any of them. Because they're so vain, being a woman. They're so vain. They think they're special just because they got something down here. They think you'll do it for free because she's a woman, because she got something down there. And a lot of guys won't do it. They're not interested. They really need, they want and need money. They really need money. So who cares about what you got down there? I can get what you got down there anytime because I'm a good-looking guy. I'm a model. A lot of them are very handsome. And they can get that down there for free. They need money. Okay, so I was the only woman on this big site that had 1 million people, 1 million models and photographers. I was the only woman that I saw that was offering them money. I would even pay them $1,000 for like 5 days of work. I was the only woman offering money. And I contacted a lot of the women just to feel them out, just to find out where they were at, what they were doing. And I, like, just an example, just an example of one woman. I wrote to her a letter. I said, I have a nice, beautiful model that is very interested, a male model, that's very interested in working. He needs work real bad. Can you use him? I recommend this guy. She wrote me back, and she goes, you got to pay me this amount, this and that and the other. You know, she got to be paid to take pictures of him. So this is how vain they are. This is how vain. Egomaniacs, vain, typical of women, typical. I got a lot of bad things to say about men, but I got a lot of bad things to say about women. So anyway, so I hired over the years like 30 different guys. And I paid them. There were a couple, maybe two, that were trades that they were the least less good looking. A few that were trades. They just wanted pictures, or maybe they want to have sex with me. I don't remember. One of them told me he just came to work for me because he wanted to have sex with me. That's what one of them told me. I wasn't crazy about him, but I went along with it. I don't mind because now I'm not celibate anymore, so I figured I might as well have a good time, you know. Try to have a good time, although it's not always a good time, let's face it. All right, so it's not what you think it is. Not. Very few 100% heterosexual men can make it in these internet sites. Most of the time, when a legitimate site would contact one of these guys, or maybe they would contact them, like a big legitimate fashion agency, it was also, there was be a guy in charge of the men's section. And that guy in charge of the men's section, wherever he may be, will take you to a back room and make you take your pants down, supposedly taking measurements. And he'll start measuring you. He'll do everything but measure your penis. But he wants to see your penis. And then maybe nothing will happen sex-wise. Maybe it will. I don't know. I don't know every detail. I found out a lot of stuff, but I didn't find out every detail. But basically, the guys in charge of these legitimate fashion agencies went there to take that job in order to meet young men, good-looking men, to have sex with them. So you got to have a strong stomach. If you're a hetero, or even if you're gay, that doesn't mean you want to have sex with every guy you meet. You might just want to have sex with the one you love, or just certain men that turn you on. That doesn't mean you want to have sex with Tom, Dick, and Harry. So it's going to be rough going. Rough going. So I learned through these guys. At first I didn't catch on. They were all most of them, not all, prostitutes and gigolos. And they were looking to me the same way as they look at gay men. They wanted, one time I just kissed him on the cheek, this one guy. It was just affectionate, wasn't trying to get sex. He says, "Oh, I got to be paid extra for that." Oh, what? For what? Extra for what? I kissed you on the cheek. So I guess he meant I was trying to make sex to him. And then I talked to another photographer who hired him, and the other photographer told me that he did pictures of him, and maybe even a video where he was masturbating, and for less money than I was paying him. So I thought, what am I, stupid? Okay, so it's sex oriented. All these videos, all these agencies, all these agencies on the internet, it's about sex. The girls, they have so many problems with the guys. From what they tell me and from what I read, they work for a guy in exchange. It's trade for pictures, but when they refuse to have sex with the guy, he never gives them the pictures. A lot of crap goes on, and there's a million con artists, and these naive, gullible, poor guys and girls, mostly guys fall for all these con artists, because whenever you have a show business thing, then you got a gazillion people trying to con the young, naive, innocent models out of money. for this, that, and the other. There were so many con games. I'm not going to them. I don't have the stomach for it right now. I just don't want to think about it. All right, to be continued.